so beautiful. Do I have, it would be great if I had my scarf. I feel like I left my scarf because I was like, I don't need no fucking scarf. Now look at my eyes. In need of a scarf. I'm moving up. I literally love the summertime so much. It's not even summer. I'm ready to skip to summer though. It is very much still spring. I just got off work. I have therapy in about 3 hours, or like a little less than 3 hours. When I do make videos, they're just like personal reflections that I have and made. And I like to share it with the public because I feel like other people could be going through the same thing. And it's kind of just like a recording, literally, like a video journal of my experiences in my early 20s. Because I'm telling you guys, if I could push a button right now that would skip me to 30, I would. I feel like I obviously don't know everything, and I know that the experiences that I'm going through now are to build me and to just to make me stronger and make me be able to withstand literally anything. Anything that's thrown at me, I know I can handle it. And I know these experiences are just that, and they're just first. Like, we all have to go through them because we're all like coming into adulthood. And I get that, but I wish I can skip it. Like, a lot of the stuff I feel like I've learned thus far, I feel like it apply, like I could apply it to literally any area in my life. So I don't understand why I need all these other experiences when I could just be 30 and I can have my own place and I can be single and I can be, you know, career driven and I can be just T, like so T, like me right now, but like with my own shit, basically. So recently, or not recently, all my life, I feel like I've been a pretty detached person, only because I think of the way I was raised, you know, nature and nurture. And I feel like growing up in New York City, like, you're kind of taught to survive from birth. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that mixed with trauma, and trauma can literally be anything. Trauma could be somebody throwing a ball at the back of your head in like the 5th grade. I'm never gonna forget that. I'm never gonna forget that, and that literally traumatized me, and it changed me for the rest of my goddamn life. So I grew accustomed to be a detached person because of the quick changing environments I was always in, because of the people that I did come in contact with, or lack thereof. I feel like even from a child, I felt like this, like, as far as like societal pressure to all follow the same beat of a drum, or follow the grain, that was never my vibe, even since a child. So I feel like I had to learn early on that if I was gonna survive, again, thinking about survival and not living, if I'm gonna survive, I know to a certain extent I need to be detached, because I'll be fucking down. Because if not, I'm gonna get my feelings hurt every single goddamn day. I don't have time for that. If not, I'm gonna end up in situations that I don't need to be in. I'm very business oriented, you know what I'm saying? If I know I'm here for a job, there's no reason why I'm like lollygagging and socializing with my coworkers. Why would I do that? This is a job. And you know, it's crazy. I thought the same thing about school. Like, this is a job. Like, I have to come here. You know what I'm saying? I have to come here. I have to do my little work or whatever. And then I'm going back home. Fuck am I hanging out with you bitches after school for? Like, that was never my vibe. Literally, when that bell rang, I was on the train and I was out all the time. And people would be like, oh, Kayla, this and that happened. Where were you? At home. At home, girl. Because let me tell you something. Though it was lonely at times, it was very peaceful. Like, peace can be lonely sometimes, but it's peace. Like, are you kidding me? It's a win. It's a win regardless. Growing up and coming into adulthood, when people would tell me that I'm detached, I took it as an insult. I took being a detached person as like, I'm not allowing people to have the kind of access that they want to have to me. But I also took it as like, I'm not open enough, I'm not vulnerable enough. And I had to sit with myself and really unpack why that is a bad thing. Why does that hurt my feelings? Or why does that make me feel a type of way if I feel as though I'm not being vulnerable enough? I was writing about it, and I feel like part of it is because I ask people to come to me that way. You know what I'm saying? I ask people, if you're in my presence, be vulnerable. Be your fucking self. You know what I'm saying? Be true to self. It's safe here. I don't give a fuck. That's me all the time. So how dare I ask this of other people if I can't do it myself? So I would feel very hypocritical. I would feel like a hypocrite when people would tell me, you know what I'm saying, like, you're not open enough, or like you're mad detached, or, you know, you move like you're insensitive, so on and so forth. What am I talking about? Hold on. Everybody has different definitions of vulnerability. You know what I'm saying? So again, back to perspective. We all have different perspectives. So in those moments when I feel triggered and I want to go cry in a corner because someone told me that I was too fucking detached, you know what I'm saying? This is what I tell myself. This is a truth, okay? I know that I am detached, or I come off as so, because I am a lone wolf. That's like I said, from a child up until now, that's just me. That's how I like to operate. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy my alone time. I enjoy doing things by myself. I like being in control. When you're by yourself, like, I feel like you're in control. Like, nobody else can tell you nothing because I'm by myself. Like, you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm by myself. I know that I need, like, I'm literally an introvert to the core. I need alone time able for me to recharge. Like, look at me now. You know what I'm saying? Would you have thought I just got off of a shift? Would you have thought that I just left work with 15 screaming kids? No, you wouldn't have thought that. But but like, that's my point. Like, I crave being alone more than anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't have that in any relationship that I hold to anyone, no matter what kind, then I'm not I'm not showing up as my truest self, and I cannot be my truest and most complete self if I don't have that alone time. So I first started with acknowledging some truths. I am a lone wolf. I do like to be by myself. I am an introvert. And I am detached. When feeling triggered, you have to validate your feelings first. You know what I'm saying? Acknowledge what you're feeling, but also acknowledge and validate your own truth. While I am a lone wolf, you know what I'm saying? At one point in my life, I would say it was very detrimental because I literally would not let other people in. I refused to work on a team because I'll be damned. And it was just an absolute. Like, I'm absolutely an introvert. I'm absolutely a lone wolf. I'm absolutely detached. But I have to acknowledge my other truths. While those are truths, I have other truths. I can work on a team. I enjoy working on a team because I don't feel like I have to carry everything, you know what I'm saying, on my back by myself. I enjoy going out and sharing with others. Like, there's another part of myself, another part of my truth. It can be friendly. I can be sociable. Like, I can go out, I can go meet people, I can have whole conversations with them for however long. I enjoy collaborating with others. Again, I enjoy working with others. This bitch dragging her dog is so funny because that's literally me with Nova. Because that's literally me with Nova, bro. Literally me with Nova. I get a damn fool when she go. Oh my God. Old ass lady. That poor dog. Well, that poor old lady. Anyways, yeah, I enjoy collaborating with others because I find it very inspirational, and it adds to my creativity. And yeah, they're pointing. This nigga's talking to me. Oh my God. Anyways. I also can be vulnerable and sensitive with others. Like, when the time calls for it, okay, when I feel it is necessary, when I feel safe enough, when I feel it is reciprocated, I can be vulnerable and sensitive with others. I have to stop seeing detached as a bad thing. I am detached. I am introverted. I am quiet. I am very weird. I know these things about myself and I accept them, and I still love myself, and it's so tea. But I can be these things and I can also be the opposite. Or I can be these things, I can still hold those as core values or as core traits of mine, but I can still practice, you know what I'm saying? I can still exercise other traits or adopt other traits as I continue to grow. how I patrol myself within relationships, because it made me start thinking about like how I'm scared. Sometimes I feel fear in creating new friendships or romantic relationships because I don't want to hurt anyone, but that's literally impossible. And so I wrote that I will be so focused on the doing or the act of getting it right and avoiding harm and miscommunication. I don't accept that it may still happen. In fact, it will happen, but the aftercare is just as important. And that's something that I never considered. I never thought about the aftercare. I never thought, because I would be so focused on like, oh my God, no, I hurt your feelings. And I'm just sitting there and replaying this in my head over and over. I'm still reiterating the disappointments that I have in myself, or like how sorry I am, and so on and so forth, instead of focusing on the aftercare, not only of the other person, you know, making amends, because the only way to make something better is by doing better. Like, you can't sit here and a sorry ain't gonna really fix everything, you know what I'm saying? You gotta show it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so a part of the aftercare would be forgiving self. Through forgiving self, you can forgive others, others can forgive you. So I also found in my reflection, I feel like all of those thoughts stem from the belief that I am always doing something wrong and I deserve to be punished or lose something after I make mistakes, if I'm not considering another person's or honoring another person's existence. They're allowed, you know what I'm saying, to label you as mean if that's what they felt, that's what the fuck you were. But you know you at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're the only person that you were born with and you're gonna die with. And so yes, bringing it back to self, they might have thought it was selfish, but you may have believed you were doing your best. Make it about you again. Why did you do that action? You know what I'm saying? Were you triggered in that moment? What triggered you? Like these are the only things that's gonna help you actually, or propel you into doing better in the future. Like, you sitting down to understand yourself and the actions. You know what I'm saying? But another part of that is forgiving self and also acknowledging and honoring your own perspective. Like, if you genuinely felt in that moment you were doing your best, that's what the fuck you were doing, babe. The new information that you have with this person's perspective, you can do even better. You know what I'm saying? And another thing that I want you to keep in mind, Kayla, you can't account for everything and everyone. It's simply not possible. Like, when I would make mistakes, I would replay the event in my head over and over and over again to see what I missed, what cues did I miss, in what areas, because I could have done this, could I have done that. It's already done, babe. It literally already happened. All you can think about is the present. Fuck, I talk too goddamn much. Not in my business. The people that I'm staring at me, why are y'all staring at me? Anyways, yeah, you can't account for everything and everyone. It's not your job. You will never be able to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it happens. You say things, you do things, it hurts people's feelings. Maybe they decide that they don't want to forgive you. That is fine. You need to forgive yourself. You need to, again, reflect, okay? And your best can always be better. You know what I'm saying? In the moment, it's your best, okay, cool. But in the future, your best can be better. Always, 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 always. And sometimes I don't like the word better. Only you can define that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else can tell you what your better could be. Only you know. Okay, these motherfuckers don't know. Don't listen to these motherfuckers. Sometimes you can't be listening to these people because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They may know what they're talking about, but it may not apply to you. Okay? So just hear it and don't hear it. Yeah. There are other people's perspectives, but you don't have to rid of your own. Your perspective is just as valid. Even during the times where you make mistakes, I know it's hard to sit with guilt. I hate guilt. But I'm becoming to love her, okay? Me and her are becoming besties. You were still doing your best. You were still doing your best, okay? You were still doing your best. Yeah, that made me think about slavery, Christianity, and how, like, instead of being punished by, like, that authority, I became the authority figure myself. And I would punish myself when I would make mistakes. Again, replaying it over and over again in my head. Just degrading myself and making myself feel like absolute shit and like I didn't deserve forgiveness. Babe, nobody's ever in this life gonna forgive you if you can't forgive yourself. This person I used to know, like, they were the first person that showed me that you can make mistakes and you don't have to be punished, and like you can be forgiven and you can be given an opportunity. You can give yourself an opportunity to do better. And in that moment, that didn't mean shit to me. Why? Because I couldn't forgive myself. I couldn't forgive myself. So everything that she was saying was going in one ear and out the other. It literally did not matter to me because I wasn't able to forgive myself. And I feel like that literally applies to anyone and everything. If you can't forgive yourself, yes, no one else can forgive you, but you can't move forward in life. It's stunting you, for real. Like, it really is. Yeah, you can't die on that hill. You gotta keep going. You cannot die there. And you don't deserve to die there. You gotta keep going. You know what I'm saying?